What's going on, guys? On this episode of On the Set, I'm checking out Lisa Frankenstein, an altered retelling of the Frankenstein story that takes place in 1989. This one stars Kathryn Newton and Cole Sprouse, so let's get into it. The film starts off with Lisa, a teenager whose mother recently was killed by an axe murderer. Her father remarries a woman named Janet, played by Carla Gugino. This chick from Watchmen. Janet's pretty stuck up and in her own world and has a daughter named Taffy. Anyway, Lisa likes to spend most of her time in a local cemetery. Later on, she goes to a party with Taffy where she gets drugged by accident and is assaulted by Doug, who's one of her classmates. Afterward, Lisa goes back to the cemetery wanting to die. She stops by the grave of a Victorian guy who died in the 1800s and starts saying that she wants to be with him, pretty much meaning she wants to be dead. But then, once she leaves, lightning strikes the grave, resurrecting the Victorian guy as a zombie, pretty much. The creature, as he's later referred to in the credits, follows Lisa back to her house. He breaks in, and then she lets him hide in her closet. Almost immediately, the creature seems to have feelings for Lisa, but he can't talk at all. Janet notices all the debris from where the creature broke in, and Lisa blames it on a burglar, but Janet's not buying it. After that, the creature puts a worm in Janet's food, and thinking that Lisa did it, threatens to send her to an asylum. Hearing this, though, the creature kills Janet and cuts off her ear, and then the two of them dump her body in the cemetery. Instead of the traditional lab equipment in most of these Frankenstein movies, Lisa uses a tanning bed to merge the new body part onto the creature. After this, they also lure Doug, the guy from the party, to the cemetery and cut off his hand, merging it onto the creature as well. With each new body part, the creature starts to look more and more like his old self, and Lisa starts to take more of an interest in him. As the police start to look into Janet's disappearance, Lisa goes over to her crush, Michael's house, planning to lose her virginity to him. But, once there, she finds him in bed with Taffy. The creature barges in and sees Lisa upset, so he cuts Michael's dick off. It's pretty crazy. The creature goes back to the cemetery, where Lisa and Taffy follow. When Lisa confronts him, he finally confesses his love for her. Just then, a cop shows up, but they end up throwing him into an empty grave and they escape. Then, this next part gets pretty weird. Lisa attaches Michael's dick to the creature so that they can, well, do the do. With the police not too far behind, Lisa talks the creature into electrocuting her with a tanning bed, and she burns to death. Sometime later, the creature is now pretty much alive and can talk. He's at the cemetery reading a book to Lisa, who's been resurrected and all bandaged up. The end. Well, this one's pretty interesting. I like how they used a tanning bed in place of all the lab equipment. That was pretty 80s. The movies definitely had an 80s vibe, for sure. That's what they were going for. Anyway, Kathryn Newton was awesome as Lisa, and Cole Sprouse was really good as the creature. Anyway, this one's streaming on Peacock, and I recommend you check it out. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.